Hi sexy people, my name is Trina, aka Miss Honey, and welcome back to my channel. So I do not have like a direct plan or guideline for today's video. I just have a theme and I'm gonna yap. So we're gonna go ahead and go with that. And today I'm going to talk about feeling stagnant because I am constantly someone who feels like they are running out of time. There's never enough. They're never moving fast enough. They're never doing enough in one day. And that is something I have recently realized I really need to take a pause on because I'm stressing myself out. And stress can literally run you into the dirt and ground. And something I realized is I'm stressing myself out for no reason. I want a life of leisure and luxury, yet every time I experience some sort of leisure and luxury, I feel like I need to punish myself with hard work and productivity. How does that work? It doesn't. It doesn't. I'm shaming myself. I'm criticizing myself. I'm letting, feeling anxious be who I am instead of just feeling it and letting it pass through. It's something that I'm working through, and it's something that I want to talk about because I know so many of us are dealing with this, all these productivities, what I do in a life, spend my 5 to 9 with me. Like it's a lot, and I'm glad that people are using their time wisely. But it's very important to remember that sometimes when you do too much, you overwork yourself, and it's very counterintuitive. And it's like you can do so much to the point where you burn out and it cancels out. And it's very important to remember that. So I just have a message for anybody who is feeling stagnant, anybody who is feeling like they aren't doing enough. And the first thing I would say is to take accountability. What are you actually doing? One of the reasons that I was feeling so stagnant and overwhelmed and anxious is because I had a lot on my mind, but in reality, I wasn't taking action towards certain things, and I knew that. And that was making me anxious and stressing me out because I'm thinking about this thing, I care about this thing, I want to do this thing, but I don't really know how to do it, or I have a lot of fear surrounding it. So instead of taking action and taking baby steps, I'm thinking about how hard it is and how long it's going to take. And that's like a lot of people feel that way about college. They're like, oh my gosh, it's 4 years. Oh my gosh, 6 years to do this. That 6 years is going to go by regardless. That 4 years is going to go by regardless. Do you want the degree at the end of it or not? Either way, you're going to be 24, 25. Do you want the degree or not? Either way, you're turning 45. If you want the degree at 45 or you want to be 45 and still thinking about the fact that you could have went to school then. It's never gonna really seem like enough. It's never really gonna seem like the right time. But what do you want to do? What the fuck do you want to do? And you really have to sit with yourself and think and analyze and think about it. What do I want to do? What do I want out of this? What is the intention behind all these thoughts that I'm having? What is the intention behind this to-do list? Is it really satisfying you? Is it what you want to do? Or is it external validation and external pressure versus internal? You need to think about that. Something else I would say is once you hold yourself accountable, don't stay in the planning phase for too long. Again, that's where that anxiety, that fears, that overthinking comes from. Staying in that planning phase, that thinking phase, that what if phase. You can't outplan the result. That's something I had to learn. In order to get a result, you have to take action. In order for there to be an effect, there has to be a cause. You have to move. You literally have to move, and depression can't hit a moving target. So make sure you're getting your movement in, okay? Do exactly what it is that you're thinking about. A lot of times for a lot of things, I know what I need to do. I just don't want to do it. And this is something I heard recently, and I knew it. But sometimes it depends on who you hear from. Do what you need to do so that you can do what you want to do. You don't necessarily want to go to work. You don't necessarily want to go to the gym. You don't necessarily always want to journal. You don't necessarily want to go to bed earlier. You don't necessarily want to take lessons or practice or do what you need to do, but you need to do it. And you know for a fact that it'll benefit you in the long run. Me next week is going to be very happy and proud of me last week because I'm going to be reaping the benefits of what I did last week when I get this paycheck. And that's truly how you have to think about it. Do what you need to do so that you can do what you want to do. And you won't always be in your season of only doing what you need to do. There'll be seasons where you get to do a lot of what you want to do, but it's a season and it's all part of a cycle. And you have to remember that, like, it's not going to be 100% all the time. It's not going to be everything that we want all the time. But consistency and discipline will take it away, will really take it away. So do what you need to do and show up. Something else I would say about feeling stagnant. Ooh, I don't think I mentioned this already. It is literally not a fucking race. Oh my gosh. I was watching BLE say this, and I'm going to say it again because somebody else probably needs to hear it. No one's going to remember you who you are 100 years from now. Like, nobody, like, your great grandchildren probably won't even remember you, you know? Like, some people end up in the history books, but a majority of us are just living life. And there's nothing wrong with that. Do what you want to do. Do what you need to do. Take care of you. You know, embarrassment and fear and criticism and judgment and people pleasing is such a waste of time and energy. And there's so much self-betrayal lies in it. Like, nobody gives a fuck. Think about it. Think about it. Like, think about it. Let's see, you see that, like, that one couple from high school that were together since like 8th grade, and they got married after high school, and then they broke up, you know, 3-4 years later. You might be like, oh my gosh, da 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 da. But after 5-10 minutes, you've moved on to the next thing. Like, nobody's paying attention to you that much. Nobody's thinking about you that much. Do what you want to do. Do what you need to do. Like, people don't care that much. People don't care that deeply. And trust me, if they do, they're not happy on the inside. And they don't have nothing going on for themselves. And do you really want to sit there and spend your time worrying about people who aren't doing anything with their lives, like what they're thinking about you? No. Do what you need to do. Like, nobody else matters. Nobody else matters. And again, this is something I constantly have to remind myself, because sometimes I feel so much pressure, and when I really, like, get to the root of it, I'm the pressure. I'm the pressure. Like, I'm the peer. I'm the pressure. Like, when I really get to the root of it and think about it. So yeah, don't, you know, hold your breath, you know, waiting on others to notice you, or wondering if they're noticing, if they're looking at you, if they're judging you. They are. So now what? They are. What are you going to do about it? Judgment isn't always bad. It's just how we receive and perceive information. That's literally all it is. Relax. This is really a message to myself. I'm looking myself dead in the eyes right now. Relax. Feeling stagnant. Even if you feel stagnant, there is literally no possible way for you to be stagnant, because we are always moving. Think about it. Our bodies, even if we think we're being still, our digestive system is working, we're inhaling and exhaling, the earth is spinning at an axis, like, we're always moving. The world is always moving. Even if it's little movement, the crap is adding up, okay? And also, like, if you've been working towards something for a long time and you're like, oh my gosh, girl, like, I feel like I'm where I am when I was in the beginning, there's no possible way for that to be true. Even if it feels that way, it's okay. Let that feeling pass, but you have to remind yourself of the truth. There is no possible way for you to be the same as you were when you started. Not if you're being consistent, not if you're being intentional, and not if you're actually putting in the work. There's no way. Even if you don't feel like you've produce the result that you wanted, you're still in process. And some processes are longer than others, and that's completely okay. But a little bit of progress is still progress. Like, 1% every day adds up. Like, you give 1% every day, by the end of the week, Monday through Sunday, you got 7%. You know, and you keep going through that with that, and it adds up. Like, you're always moving, you're always in motion, you're always learning, you're always, like, adjusting and adapting and changing. Like, just because you're not necessarily adding doesn't mean you're not making progress, because you're adapting, you're adjusting, you're changing, you're turning, you're maybe turning things around. Like, you're still doing what you need. You're still doing what you need to do in order to achieve your goal. It's just not happening at the rate that you thought it would. I'm a college student, right? I'm not currently enrolled in classes, but I've been in progress to get my degree for so long. And well, yeah. So for me, it feels like it's been like 20 years. It hasn't been 20 years, y'all. But it's not going the way that I want it to. And a lot of it is because of external circumstances. Like, stuff happened that I couldn't control. And if I knew then what I know now, I would have made different decisions for me in the long run. But I didn't know, and you don't know what you don't know, and you can't control what you can't control. So there's no point in stressing about it. I have decided that I'm done like thinking about shoulda, coulda, woulda. I'm standing in now. I'm owning up to now. I'm taking responsibility for now and moving forward. So when I enroll in classes, when I enroll in university, everything will be taken care of in every aspect because I know more now than I did then. And I also am just prioritizing different things than I did now. I feel like when I was younger, I was, again, sometimes I still focus on the result or outcome. I'm working to change my perspective, but I can say for a fact that like when I was younger, I was always worried about how it looked. How did it look on the outside? How was I being perceived on the outside? Like, how does this come off? What do I come off that I have? But now I'm worried about actually having. Like, not worried about how it looks to somebody else or, you know, how people perceive me on the outside. I'm a beautiful young lady. Yes, I love to keep up with myself, but that's just the cherry. You know, the foundation, the groundwork, the stability. That is really like the meat and potatoes. Like, baby, that's really, you know, the milkshake. And that's what I want. Like, I want to be. Like, I want to be. I want to have. I want to do. I don't just want to seem like or look like I have it put together, baby. I want to actually have it put together. And, you know, when that's the goal, that requires real work, inner work. And real inner deep work takes freaking time. It took years for me to get to this place mentally and maturity wise, and self-esteem and confidence wise. Like, it took years. And something I just thought about in this moment is, if I would have got what I wanted then, I would not have been ready for it. And I hear so many people say this, and it just hit me just now, like what they were talking about. If I would have got it what I wanted when I was 18, 19, 20, I would have fumbled the fucking bag. I would have fumbled the bag because I literally was not ready for it. Like, I wasn't ready for it. I couldn't handle it. I didn't have the maturity for it. I didn't have the wisdom for it. I didn't have the mindset for it. I didn't have the confidence for it. I didn't have the self-esteem to carry it and wear it well. And that's something that literally just hit me. Like, if I would have got everything that I wanted, I wouldn't have even seen it or appreciated it, because there have been times where people or things have been in my life and I couldn't truly see them or appreciate them because I was in a mindset of lack and limiting beliefs. Now I am in the mindset where I know that abundance is possible for me. And when I am experiencing moments of joy and abundance in my life now, enjoying them. Actually enjoying them and being intentional about being in the presence. And if anxiety thoughts cross my mind, acknowledge it, get through it. You are not your anxiety. It's just a moment. It's just a feeling. But it is not who you are. That fear is not who you are. Like, that's why it's like there's a difference between saying I am stagnant and I feel stagnant. You feel it, but it's not you. It's not who you are. You're never still. It's just, you know, naturally as human beings, and that is okay. So it is simply important to keep in mind that, like, you are a work in progress. And I feel like sometimes that can feel exhausting because it's like, oh my gosh, there's always a goal or there's always something I have to work towards. And not necessarily, but as human beings, we're always changing. Like, you change a little bit every day. You age a little bit every day. You grow a little bit every day. Like, even if we're just thinking about physically, like biology wise, like we technically change a little bit every day. Like, you don't age overnight. I mean, technically you do, but you know what I mean? Like, the wrinkles don't appear overnight. Like, it's over a period of time of having lived and experienced, you know, and having had time, you know, and that's progress day by day. So, you know, it doesn't necessarily have to be this heavy load. or something super exhausting. It is simply fact. It is simply truth. And accept it. Accept it. It makes life so much easier. Okay. Yeah, that felt good. I don't know if I'm going to post this. I don't know if this was for me to post, or maybe this is just a conversation I needed to have with myself, because I was really looking at myself and talking to me like I'm really into this message, but someone else may definitely be able to benefit from this too. You are capable. You are intelligent. You are worthy. You are valuable. You are deserving. You should be saying these affirmations every day in the mirror. And that's all for today. But take a deep breath, calm down, complete your motions, complete your movements, get some sleep, and do your best. That's all we can do every day, is our best. So yeah, that was today's video, and I'll see y'all next week. Bye.